Hi friends, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you? Yes sir, I'm good, thank you. Cindy, Uta, ella aita? Yes sir, we're done. So, as you already know, I am CA Viraj. From last 2 days, we are discussing the determination of national income. This is our third class on determination of national income. So, without any delay, we will begin with this concept. So, now we are discussing with Keynesian theory of determination of the national income. Sir, what is that we discussed in the last 2 classes? We were discussing regarding the determination of national income by way of that 4 factors that is there. But as per the Keynesians, J.M. Keynes, there is a economist called as J.M. Keynes, John Maynard Keynes. As per him, how do he determine the national income? He did determine the national income by way of 2-sector economy, 3-sector economy, as well as the 4-sector economy also. That we will discuss it later. But before getting into those 2-sector, 3-sector and 4-sector economy, we will try to cover some basics, which are like the foundation stone. For the foundation student, this is a foundation stone for, yes, for determination of national income. So, without any delay, we will continue the basics part. Basics part. The first and very simple thing which you are going to discuss in case of basics is the equilibrium. Equilibrium. When will the equilibrium occurs? Or as we already know that whenever the demand is equal to supply, the equilibrium level of national income occurs at that point. For example, if I draw this, the equilibrium level of national income occurs at the demand and supply curve intersect at this point. So this point is called as equilibrium level of national income. Sir, when will that equilibrium, where the demand as well as the supply both meets at some point, that point is called as equilibrium point. So yes sir, we agreed, equilibrium income. First of all, you tell me, that is the simple one. Again we will go for the second one. The second one is income. Income. Sir, what is income? Income is nothing but here Keynesian says in the basic concepts, people demand income mainly for the purpose of 2 things. Mainly for the purpose of how many things? 2 things. One is whenever they get the income, they use it for the purpose of either consumption or savings. For the purpose of consumption and savings. They use it only for 2 things as per Keynesian in the basic part. Yes sir, we agreed, income is demanded for 2 things. One is in consumption as well as savings. Then okay. Sir, what do you mean by the word consumption? What do you mean by the word consumption? What do you tell me? What is consumption? Yes sir, consumption is something which is required for the purpose of our day-to-day survival. Maybe the capital assets also, maybe the consumption assets also, irrespective of those things, we generally need it. Mainly this covers the consumption related assets. First one is, how much do we consume? Before getting into the consumption part, you tell me, we will discuss in detail later. Before that, you tell me, consider a person is having, earlier I told, income is earned for the purpose of consumption as well as savings. Okay, if I go in the reverse manner, that means I consume only when there is income. Is it what I trying to tell? No. That means only whenever the income is positive, I am telling that there is consumption. I am telling that there is some consumption. Is it true? You tell me. Pause the video and think. Sir, how can you tell, sir? Without any income also we have to have 3 times of food, again clothing, again some shelter on the roof. Those things are required. That means the first observation we have to make here is, irrespective of the level of income, the consumption cannot be 0. Even at the income level of 0, the consumption cannot be 0, because food, shelter, cloth, all those basic necessities are required. So what I am trying to tell here is, the consumption, the word consumption consists of two things here. The word consumption consists of two things. Sir, what are those two things? The two things are, first one is, we call it as A plus BY. What is this? A plus BY. Consumption equal to A plus BY. Sir, what is that A plus BY? We will discuss in detail. Don't worry. So, the concept here, the A is called as autonomous consumption and BY is called as induced consumption. What consumption? Repeat. Induced consumption. One is autonomous consumption, induced consumption. Sir, what is that autonomous? What is that induced consumption? Autonomous consumption is like, irrespective of the level of income, you have to consume that much amount of food, shelter, all those things. That is why, if I want to represent it by way of a diagram, if you see here, consider this is my income line. Consider this is my income line. When my income is equal to 0, consider this is in the consumption part. This is in the consumption part. When my income is equal to 0, can the consumption also be 0 here? No, sir, it can never be 0. That is why, even at the level of 0 of income, the consumption will start at somewhere above the 0. For example, if I highlight it, this portion, whatever the portion you are seeing here, this portion is called as autonomous consumption. Autonomous consumption. What is that autonomous consumption? Irrespective of the level of income, we need this much amount of consumption. Yes, sir, we agreed. But if you see, people are not sufficient with only that autonomous consumption. As and when the income of the people increases, people wanted to consume some extra commodities which are required, are like the fulfillment of the wants, needs, desires, all those things. That is why the induced consumption is like this level. It is BY. What is this BY? BY is like, Y is the income, Y is the income, B is the proportionate, or we even call it as, remember this word, what I am going to write, it is very important, MPC. What is it? MPC, marginal propensity to consume. We will discuss that MPC later. So if you see here, I'll continue with an example in a minute. Irrespective of the level of income, my consumption will be at this point. This is called as autonomous consumption. When the income increases, the consumption also increases, but the consumption will never begin from this point, because this is a 0 point. It can never be at 0. We need to consume at least this much amount of consumption. Again, the income increases, consumption also increases, everything goes. The point here, this point, where income and consumption both are meeting, we call it as zero savings. Zero savings. Sir, what is this zero savings? I'll connect this point of savings with again one more diagram, but listen to the concept first now. Zero savings is like, I'm earning 100 rupees, I'm consuming 100 rupees. What I'm left with? Nothing, 0. It is just the 0. So, consumption, again I'm consolidating, consumption equal to A plus BY. A is an autonomous consumption, BY is induced consumption. Is it okay? Yes, sir. Agreed. Now, the next concept here we are required to discuss is savings. As I already told, income is equal to consumption plus savings. We just now discussed the consumption part. Now we are discussing the savings part. Sir, what is the savings? It is just a simple meaning like whatever it is left after the consumption from the income is called as savings. Is it okay? Yes, sir. How can you represent it? Simply S equal to Y minus C. Yes, sir. Here consumption can also be represented by way of C is equal to Y minus S. It is rarely used in the examinations as well as in the practical life also, but it can also be used for the purpose of finding out of consumption. It is whatever it is left out after the consumption is savings, whatever it is left after savings is called as consumption. Generally, it is not the other way. First we consume, then remaining thing we save it. Is it okay? So savings equal to income minus consumption. Try to note it down along with me. It is very important. Then next point which we are discussing now here is the very important thing, important from examination angle also. We call it as MPC, marginal propensity to consume. You remember that in case of consumption A plus B by B, I called it as MPC. That is called as proportionate. Proportion is also nothing but percentage. How much percentage of your income is being used for consumption? That is proportionate, MPC. Sir, can you give an example? We understood. Can you give an example? Yes, sir. Do listen here. Example. When my income, I'm taking income, consumption and savings. Savings I'll take it later. When my income is 1000 rupees, I am consuming 600 rupees of goods and services. When my income increased from 1000 to 1500, I started consuming 800 rupees of goods and services. Okay, sir? There is no problem in this. You tell me, how much did my income change here? Yes, sir. Change in income by 500 rupees. Yes, sir. Agreed. 1000 to 1500 means 1500 minus 1000 is equal to 500. How much is the increase in consumption? Change in consumption is equal to 200 rupees. 600 to 800. Now, the MPC says, you tell me before getting into the formula of MPC, try to analyze this by way of concept. Additionally, I consumed how much? 200 rupees. Out of how much is the total income? 500 is my total income. If I do this, how much percentage of the increased income, listen to it carefully, how much percentage of the increased income or how much percentage of the additional income is being consumed additionally? Got into the head? Yes, sir. It is 40%. Or can I write it as, instead of 40%, 0.40? Yes, sir. Both one and the same. One is in the fractional, one is in the percentage. Here MPC is 40% or 0.4. Agreed, sir? Sir, what did we do it here? It is like, for the purpose of examination, you just remember this concept, that is sufficient. But on a safer side, if somebody wants the formula, because so many people are like, sir, no concept, give me the formula. We will buy at it, we will dump it in the examination. For those people, I am giving the formula now. MPC equal to, what is the 200? 200 is equal to, can I call it as change in consumption? Yes, sir. Along with, because of that, I am consuming extra 200 because of what? Because of the increase in 500 rupees of income. Yes, sir. That is change in income. Or I can, in a shortcut, I can write it as in abbreviation form, change in C due to change in Y. How much additional consumption due to how much additional income? That is what we call it as MPC. Sir, how can you give me the other way of this? Yes, I am trying to break it down a bit little deeper and in a detailed manner. What is that change in consumption? Instead of 200, if you remember, if you can see, instead of 200, can I write this 200 as 800 minus 600? Yes, sir, that is only 200 we are discussing. What is this 500? It is 1500 minus 1000. Yes, sir, that is only we told it as 500. You tell me, can I write it as, what is this 800? Can I call it as a revised consumption? This is earlier consumption, revised income and earlier income, revised and old. You can call it any name. So MPC is equal to revised consumption minus old consumption divided by revised income minus old income. Everything is one and the same. I'm just giving the different perspective how you can try to attempt the question. Is it okay? Yes, sir. We agreed. Now, the next concept which we are supposed to discuss here is, as we have MPC, we have MPS here. That is marginal propensity to save. One is marginal propensity to consume. Second one is marginal propensity to save. Marginal propensity to consume and marginal propensity to save. Sir, what is this marginal propensity to save? I'll take the same example which I have given here. You see here, income is 1000 and 1500, consumption is 600 and 800. I'm just taking it here. For example, we will go by the example only. It is easy for understanding. So, income, consumption, and I'm taking the savings part now. Savings part. When income is 1000 rupees, what was my consumption? It is 600 rupees, sir. If I consume 600 out of 1000, what is the left out portion? Sir, it is 400. Okay, agreed. When my income increased to 1500 from 1000 rupees, what was my consumption? 800. Out of 1500, if I consume 800, what is the savings? 700 rupees. So, as we already discussed this consumption part, I am just ignoring this consumption related just for the purpose of discussion. I am just taking now income and savings part. Sir, what is this income and savings part? When my income increased from 1000 to 1500, when my income increased from 1000 to 1500, that increased by 500, what was my savings increased? Earlier I am saving 400, now I am saving 700. Sir, it is increased by 300. Increased by 300. Sir, what is it? That means my total sorry, I am saving additional 300 rupees when my income increased by additionally 500 rupees. So what is it? Can I call it as 60% if I multiply this by 100? I am not doing it now. Or instead of 60%, can I do it as 0.60? Yes, sir. We can tell it as 0.60 also. Sir, what is this 0.60? This 0.60 or 60% says whatever my income is increased, out of the total increased income, listen to the language carefully, keep it in mind. I am not telling out of the total income. I am talking about the word called as increased income. Out of the total increased income of 1500, I have consumed, out of the total increased income of 500, I have consumed 200 rupees additionally, which led to savings of 300 rupees additionally. Additionally is the important one here. Sir, again, can we do the same exercise? What did we do here? MPS equal to 300 by 500, or MPS equal to, can I do it as change in savings due to change in income? Change in savings due to change in income? Yes, sir. In a short form, can I write it as change in S divided by change in Y? See, because of the increased income only, my consumption is also increased. Because of increased income only, my savings has been increased. It is not the other round. Because I wanted to consume more, my income is not increased. Because my income is increased, I am consuming more. ನನ್ನ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನ್ನ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ನಾಟ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ವೇ ರೌಂಡ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್, I consume additionally, my income is not increasing. Is it okay? Sir, how can you write it in the other way? Can I write it as MPS equal to MPS equal to revised savings minus old savings, or you can call it as earlier savings also, divided by revised income minus old income. Both are same. Yes sir, we understood this. Yes sir, this is very simple, small concept, but what I'm going to teach now is very important. It is very analytical. If you apply your brain, then only you can understand it. If not, it will be a bit trickier. So try to focus more, bring the more attention. If you are feeling stress, stop the video. If you are feeling already tired, stop the video, take a minute break, then you continue to this part. Sir, what is this part? Yes sir, if I take it the other way, what is my additional income? Sir, 1500, 1000 minus ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಉಳಿಯೋದು 500. This is what my additional income. Yes sir, agreed. Sorry. My additional income is 500 rupees. Out of that 500, what did I do? I did two things. I did how many things? Two things. One, I consumed. Second one, I saved. I'm talking about change in income. Now here also I'm talking about change in consumption and change in savings. Change in consumption and change in savings. So how much is the change in consumption? As we already discussed, it is 200 rupees. What is the change in savings? It is 300 rupees. Yes sir, combinedly together it is 500 rupees only. See, you think logically, you think with the common sense, when my income is increased by 500, how much I can consume max to max? Maximum I can consume 500 rupees. Or if I don't consume additionally 500, I can save additionally 500. That is either 500 plus 0 is equal to 500, or 0 plus 500 is also is equal to 500 only. So on a totality basis, it is still 500, MPC plus MPS. So again, continuation to that. Yeah sir, I agree. $500 is equal to 200 plus 300. What is this? Change in income due to is equal to change in consumption plus change in savings. Change in consumption plus change in savings. Yes sir, agreed. What is the change in consumption? Is also called as, can I call it as MPC? Change in savings is also called as MPS. Yes sir, if my income is changed by 500, that is totality to the 300 plus 200. Or what I'm trying to tell is, here if you see, MPC plus MPS. What is MPC? 0.40, 0.60 is equal to, can be maximum of 1. Will you agree for this now? We just proved it by way of numbers. Sir, what can MPC be more than 1? Can MPS be more than 1? MPC plus MPS be more than 1? ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆಯಾ? Is there any possibility of increasing the value beyond 1? We will try. Sir, what if when my income increased from 1000 to 1500, my consumption increased from 600 to 1000 rupees? What is it? 600 to 1000 rupees. How much is my income increased? Okay, we will take it 1000. Remaining, one more example we will discuss later. You can consider as example 1, 2, 3. Income is changed by 500. Along with that, consumption is also changed by 400. That means the remaining 100 rupees is what? Yes, I know that you are trying to tell. It is savings. What savings? Change in savings. It is change in consumption, that is change in savings. It is total equal to 500. 100 plus 400. Now you tell me, what is MPC? 400 rupees by 500 is equal to 0.80. Not 0.80, it is 0.75. It is 100 divided by 500. Sorry, it is 0.80 only. It is 0.20. One is 0.80, second one is 0.20. You heard the sound? That is Ganapati Bappa Moria. Everybody say Ganapati Bappa. Yes, sir. Moria. Let this Ganesha fulfill all your dreams. Make you pass in the first attempt if you are really prepared well. So it is not like simply just because we prayed for Ganesha, he will pass you. If you have prepared well, then he would pass you in the first attempt. Yes, sir, we agreed. It is also 0.8 equal to plus 0.2 is equal to again 1 only. We will take one more example. The example is like again 1000 rupees to 1500 it happened, but the consumption from 600 it went to 1200 rupees. Went to 1200 rupees. Now you tell me what is the change in income? Yes, sir, we already know how many times you asked 500. What is the change in consumption? 600 to 1200 means it is change in 600. Oh, sir. 500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ್ರೆ 600 rupees ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು? The conceptual part will keep it aside. We will do it later. You just try to find out MPC. What is MPC now? MPC is equal to change in consumption divided by change in income. So how do we do it? It is 600 divided by 500. How much is this? Sir, it is 1.2 now. Sir, as you earlier you told MPC plus MPS equal to only 1, but it is already 1.2. Don't be in a rush. Listen to this continued discussion. When my income, consumption, and I'm taking the savings part at the later part now. 1000 minus 600 equal to 400 is my savings earlier. Now 1500 minus 1200 is equal to 300. Did the saving change here? Yes, sir, saving changed. How much? Change in savings is equal to minus 100. Look at the language I'm using, minus 100. Then what is MPS? Can I say MPS equal to change in savings divided by change in income? Minus 100 divided by 500. Can I do it as 0.20? But in a minus term, you do it total now. MPC plus MPS is equal to 1.2 plus, it is there in the minus 0.20 is equal to 1. So now you understood, conceptually clear. What is this MPC MPS? Out of the total increased income, out of the total increased income, how much is your total increased consumption and total increased savings? That is what we called it as MPC and MPS. If you remember, I try to recollect or what is that? Connect to the earlier point. What is consumption? Consumption is nothing but A plus BY. Yes, sir, we just discussed. What is A? B? It is equal to MPC. What is this MPC here? In this case, in the case we discussed, here the MPC is 0.8. Here it comes as 0.8 of whatever the income. For example, if the income is 1500, 0.8, that means 80% of the income is being consumed. That's what we discussed, A plus BY. Is it okay? Yes. MPC plus MPS can never be more than 1. Can MPC alone be more than 1? Yes, it can be more than 1. Can MPS be more than 1? Yes, it can be more than 1. But together, it can never be more than 1. Is it okay for you? MPC plus MPS. Now, some Tota-mota concepts, small concepts are remaining. The next concept which we are discussing is, which point it is, 7 or 8, 7. It is 7th point. 7th point is APC. 7th point is APC. What is APC? APC is nothing but, yes, it is propensity to consume, but not marginal, it is average. Average propensity to consume. What is it? Average propensity to consume. So, sir, what is this average propensity to consume? I'll go again with the example, income, consumption. When my income is 1000, my consumption is 600. When my income is 1500, my consumption is how much? We told earlier 800 rupees. Now, earlier we used to do what? Earlier we used to do MPC marginally. If income increases by 1500, what is your increase in consumption? All those things we were discussing. Now I don't want all those nonsense. I just want, when your income is 1000, what is your consumption? 600. On an average, how much percentage of your total income is being consumed in totality? Look at the language. What I earlier used is, because of the additional income, how much was your additional consumption? Now I am not using that additional word. I am just using, out of the total income of 1000, what was your total consumption? Not additional, but the total. Yes, sir. It is 60%, or I can call it as 0.6 also. When your income is 1500, I am not taking when it is increased from 1000 to 1500. I am just taking when income is 1500, what is your total consumption? It is 800, sir. So can I say here, I will take it as first scenario and second scenario. First scenario and second scenario. In case of first scenario, it is 600 by 1000. It is 60%. Whatever my total income is there, out of that 60% is being consumed, totality. In the second scenario, it is 800 by 1500. How much it is? 800 by 1500. It is 0.533. 0 point or 53.33 percentage, or I can directly call it as 0.60. It is 0.533. This is what average propensity to consume. If you have keen about the classes which is continuously going on, you would be observing one thing. Sir, what is that observation? What is that observation? For the purpose of going to MPC and MPS, knowing that value 0.6, 0.4, 0.8, anything, we need at least two datas. One, what is the old one? What is the new one? Yes, revised income minus revised earlier income, revised consumption minus earlier consumption, savings, earlier, all those things are required. But here in case of APC, we need only one data. What is the current income? What is the current consumption? What is the current income? What is the current savings? That's it. I don't need the two data for the purpose of comparison. You keep it in mind. Is it okay? Yes, sir. We understood. Now, what is that? The next concept which is remaining. Or if you want to, I'll put it in an equation for those people who want to understand. APC is equal to, earlier I did a 600 by 1000. What is that 600? It is consumption by income. 600 is consumption. 1000 is income. Here also it is consumption, it is income. Consumption and income. So it is just not change in consumption and change in income. MPC is equal to change in consumption due to change in income. I am not telling that for APC. APC is just the consumption, just the income. Understood now? Shall we proceed further? Yes. There is one small concept again, which is, I think, 8th one, right? Yes. 8th one. APS. It is average propensity to save. What is this average propensity to save? What out of the total income, how much you are saving? If you see here, out of 1000, if you are consuming 600, what is your savings? 400. Here it is 700. The savings equal to, it's just again simple formula. I'm not going into that example. It is savings divided by income. APS is equal to savings divided by income. So these are the simple concepts which we are discussing in this part. Is it okay? Okay, sir, we understood. But there is one small thing which I wanted to highlight, which I've purposefully left it earlier. When I told people earn income for the purpose of consumption and savings. One is consumption, we understood. What is savings? Whatever the money people save, they again go and invest it. Income is not income. Savings is nothing but investment. Sir, what are you trying to tell? Now I am trying to tell income is equal to C plus S, or it can be Y is equal to C plus I also. Because consumption as well as investment. What is my investment? Whatever my total consumption is there, Out of that, whatever is left, I call it as savings. That savings is entirely invested back into the economy. That is what we are discussing. So here if you see in the example, if the CNC gets cancelled, S equal to I will be there. So ultimately, savings is equal to investment. This is what you should keep it in mind. Sir, why are we discussing this point? Because there is one question given by the institute on this point, which you should always keep it in mind. Is it okay? Yes, sir, we understood. These are some basic points which we are required to discuss before discussing the equilibrium level of national income given by Keynesian. There is one small concept, again not regarding this basic, but it is advanced only. I'll try to cover it now, then we will go to the other part. Give me a minute. Let me check once in our material what are the things which were there. Again, this we covered in the class. Equilibrium is equal to aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply. Demand is equal to consumption plus savings. Again, C plus S equal to C plus I. Again, consumption equal to A plus BY. Yes, the same diagram which we just discussed. Savings equal to Y minus C. Here, savings equal to investment can also be written. Then we discussed again MPC also. Again MPS, APC and APS. So I have given a summary. If you want to copy it down, you can copy it down. Before that, let me try to, what is that? Give the conceptual understanding one more time regarding this MPC and MPS. Sir, how do we find out MPC? Sir, MPC can be find out using change in consumption divided by change in income. Or and MPS can be found out using change in, yes, tell me, savings divided by change in income. And we already know that MPC plus MPS is equal to 1. Yes, sir, when it is 1, can we find out MPC is equal to 1 minus MPS? Yes, sir, it is possible. Can we do it MPS equal to 1 minus MPC? Yes, sir. This is also possible. That is also possible. This is also possible. So then what is the problem? No problem. It is one more way of thinking in the other manner. Then when I can do this, can I do it for APC and APS? APC equal to 1 minus APS or APS equal to 1 minus APC. Both are also same. Yes, sir. It is nothing but the same things which we are discussing from the long ago. 1947 ಇದನ್ನೇ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. Is it okay? Yes. Out of curiosity, I am asking, not so important, but to answer this question, you should be understood the concept which whatever we discussed in depth. It is like, you know, that artificial intelligence tools has come, ChatGPT, Gemini, what is that? Perplexity, all those things have come. Whenever you search in the Google, they give some result. After the results are come, they'll give one more option here, like think deeper, dive deeper, something it will be there. It is like you should be thinking deeper to understand this concept. You tell me, can MPC be 0? Can MPC be 0? Now what is that B0 means? If my income is increased by 500, I am not consuming even a single rupee also. That means when my income is equal to 1000 to 1500, my consumption is 600 and 600 only. What is the change in income? 500. What is the change in consumption equal to? 0. How much earlier I am consuming 600, now I am consuming 600. Sir, how can it be 0? Yes, I am satisfied with 600 only. That is my wish, my want. So, change in consumption divided by change in income is equal to 0 divided by 500 is equal to 0 itself. Can I consume 500 out of 500? Yes. I can do udais, chinde udais. Enide, inilla. Irodonde jivna. So, here, okay, MPC can be 0. Yes, it can be 0. You tell me, can APC be 0? This is what my question is. When MPC can be 0, can APC be 0? Sir, APC can never be 0. That is why? Because average propensity to consume. That means, when your income is 1000, your consumption is 0. That is what? 0 by 1000 is to get as 0 only. That is not possible at all. Because there is a concept called as autonomous consumption. You should not forget that. Because of the autonomous consumption, it can't be a 0 point. So MPC can be 0, APC can never be 0. This is one observation you should always make. If you want the summary, I am keeping it here. You can pause the video and you can copy it. And if you want, you can write somewhere that MPC can be 0, APC can never be 0. MPC can be 0, but APC can never be 0. These are the things which we are discussing in the regular class. So I'll discuss one small concept here. That concept, then we will wind it up this video. In the next video, we will cover the remaining part of this part. So the next concept which I'm going to discuss is investment multiplier. What is it? It is investment multiplier. Sir, what is this investment multiplier? Actually, one related concept or similar concept to this thing, we have discussed in money market chapter. Money market. This is investment multiplier. There it is income multiplier. Income multiplier. That is dependent on again credit multiplier. For that explanation, you please refer the money market video. But as of now, I'll give that link of the video in the description. You can look into it. But as of now, you will listen to investment multiplier. What is investment multiplier? It says a investment is an amount of investment made into the economy is leading to how much multiplication of the total income, or it is leading to how much increase in the total income. That is called as investment multiplier. Sir, in simple terms, if I invest 100 rupees, my income is, if I invest, that is change in investment is by 100, my income is changed by 500 rupees. That change in part is called as investment multiplier. Sir, can you give an example, please? Don't worry, I am here for you. Let me try to give an example. I told I'll give it in the money market. You please refer that for the detailed discussion. I'll try to cover it in a simple terms. What is investment? Consider whenever government starts some new project, for example, construction of one road, building, dam, all those things, it gives or it induces some money into the economy. For example, the government has induced 100 rupees. So that has come to person A. When it is comes to person A, income of person A is equal to 100 rupees now. Yes, sir. What is this? I? Okay, this is Y. This is equal to investment of 100, income is equal to 100 of A. When I say 100, consider government want to construct a road. You know, there is one nice company which construct a road. Ashok builders are also there, DNR also there, DRN is also there. So many companies are there, infrastructure companies. Now, we are telling, when I say it has come to me 100 rupees, I should buy the raw materials, I should buy the, machineries, all those things. Again, I should make the payment of all those wages, everything. Then I may pay that 100 rupees to person B. I paid that 100 rupees to person B. What is this person B I paid? It becomes now the income of person B, 100 rupees. When I say it is income of person B, again in person B also spends that income, so that it again reaches to person C. Again income of person C becomes 100. Again it keeps on continuing. For simplicity purpose, I am stopping here. How much investment is made into the economy? 100, which led to the total increase in income by 400. That is called as investment multiplier. Investment is being multiplied because it is passing from one hand to other hand. So, sir, how do we represent? Yes, sir. 100 rupees investment, that is change in investment is equal to 100, which led to change in income is equal to 400. 100 rupees change in investment is led to change in income of 400. That is equal to 400 divided by 100. Income is increased by 4 times. You should not forget to write the times word. It is very important. What is 4? 4 is times. 4 times of the investment, the income is increased. Sir, how did you do it? Can I say 400 is the change in income? Here it is change in investment. What is this? It is multiplier. The word multiplier is represented by a word called as K. K is nothing but multiplier. Very important. K is denoted as multiplier. Yes. K is denoted as multiplier. Investment multiplier. Sir, okay, we understood. Investment multiplier equal to change in income due to change in investment. I am now discussing again a detailed, in-depth concept, linking two concepts. Try to understand it. I am trying to say K. What is K? Investment multiplier is equal to change in income due to change in I. Investment. A change in income due to change in investment. Yes, sir, agreed. Can I write this K? What is this K? Multiplier by change in income, whatever it is there. What I earlier told, it is change in investment. What is I? Instead of I, can I write it as change in savings also? As I earlier told, income is equal to C plus S or C plus I. Both are one and the same. Is it okay for you? Yes, sir. C plus I is equal to C plus S. C and C gets cancelled. S equal to I. That is what I am trying to tell here. I am just replacing the letter I with S now. That is also same. Now, when I say change in savings, can I try to write it this multiplier by way of change in income due to MPS, because change in savings is nothing but MPS. Sir, where is that you have told? Yes, sir, you can see here. This change in savings 300 by 500 is equal to this one only. Yes, sir, we understood. So again I am telling, multiplier equal to change in income due to change in investment, or change in income due to change in savings, or it can be written as change in income due to change in MPS directly. MPS is nothing but change in savings only. Or can I write K multiplier is equal to instead of change in income, can I write it as 1? Yes, nothing but same 1 only. 1 divided by MPS, or last one, 1 divided by, what is MPS? 1 minus MPC is also called as MPS. Oh, 1 divided by 1 minus MPC is equal to multiplier. Is it okay for you? Now I'm just consolidating. Multiplier is equal to change in income due to change in investment, or change in income due to change in savings, or 1 divided by MPS, or 1 divided by 1 minus MPC. Using any of these things, you can find out the multiplier. You can find out the multiplier. Is it okay for you guys? There are few sums on this. Regarding the sums, we will discuss at the end of this chapter. We are taking only, I am winding up this video here. We have one more video to cover equilibrium level of national income as per Keynesian, 2 sector, 3 sector, 4 sector. As of now, we did not discuss about the Keynesian. We are yet to discuss the Keynesian. 2, 3 and 4 sector level of national income we will discuss. After that, we will keep one session for problem solutions. Is it okay for you? So it will be like around 55 minutes this video. Next video also I'll try to keep it in a crisp manner. I'll make sure that none of our video is more than 1 hour. It is for benefit of you and me also. Because why it is benefit for you? You don't feel the bored. Consider if I do a single video of 4 hours. 4 hours no, it should not happen. It is like creation of interest. That is why I'm trying to keep it here. Understood? Is it okay? All set? If you people are really like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video, and don't forget to press that bell icon. Thank you. Bye bye. Tata. And happy Ganesha Chaturthi to you, one and all. Have good food, take rest, but don't forget to study because exams are on the head only. Try to be more regarding the studies rather than this, all those things, Ganapati dance, all those things. It comes again on a yearly basis. Don't waste your precious 4 months. So keep all these things in mind. So by telling all these things, I am winding up my class. So if you have any doubts, you please comment. If you have any doubts regarding, sir, you told that multiplier is equal to 101 MPC. Can you give one more example, or can you explain with one more logical thing, or take an example to that thing? Whatever you feel, you please drop a comment on the comment box. Or if you need any detailed these things, you can reach us to what is that? The number which is given in the below. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.